Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So a couple of people have alerted me that have downloaded my world that there's actually a bunch of caves around here that I haven't explored. They didn't tell me exactly where they were, but they told me there's a couple of them that have a lot of mushrooms in them and stuff like that. So I was just walking along the tracks here a couple days ago and I heard some zombies through the wall. So I poked my head in through here, found a couple zombies, started lighting up this cave, making my way down here. Yeah, this is actually a pretty big cave, and I'm sure it's leeching a lot of the possible spawns from the hostile mob system. Now I just went through here and I quickly lit this up a little bit, but I don't remember where everything is. Let me go ahead and make a quick cut. I'm gonna explore down to where I want to show you guys. Be right back. Okay, it wasn't as far as I thought it was. Just down this little waterfall here. I think that's where I made the cut at. Just right down here. There's a couple of mushrooms here. I don't think this is where I saw the whole mother load. Maybe it was. Yeah, there's just a ridiculous amount of mushrooms down here. I haven't tried counting these. I just came through, lit up this cavern, just stared at it, kind of amazed. You know, it's not to be unexpected though. I mean, I spent a lot of time around my base and I haven't explored these caves. All it takes is just one mushroom and they'll just spread until they can't spread anymore. Yeah, I thought this was kind of cool. It's kind of interesting coming or exploring little caves that you didn't know even existed before and finding something like this. Just fields and fields of mushrooms. Not like I really need any of them. Yeah, I don't even know. There's probably at least 500, 600, 700 mushrooms here. They just keep going and going. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to show for this cave. It does go down pretty deep. I haven't explored this whole thing yet, and actually, as I was walking around trying to find where these mushrooms were, I heard a bunch of mobs through the wall. So yeah, this is going to take a little bit more exploring and lighting up to fully clear out. Okay, I'll meet you back up at the base. Man, that's so weird sometimes when I start Fraps, it like starts recording like 10 frames a second for some reason. Other times it'll record 90, sometimes it's 60, it just kind of depends on what it feels like. Anyway, I don't think I gave a shout out to who it was who alerted me to these caves. I mean, I knew that there were caves around that I haven't explored, but I think the Natman RS deserves a shout out for, you know, exploring my world, being really interested in it, and, you know, telling me about all these large caves I still need to light up and stuff, so thanks for that. I made a change to this cart area here. I only did to this one, I haven't done to any of the others, but I was just kind of playing around with pistons and just kind of seeing what we could do here. So what I did is I changed this button so when you press it, it sends a signal under here to a piston, pushes up a block while simultaneously lighting up this track like it did before, and sends the cart on the way. Let's see if I can do that. The cart's in the way. Yep, so just like that. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know if I really want to keep it though. I mean, it's cool for launching the cart, but coming back seems a little weird. Like, since I have those two tracks there, it's hard to tell like where the end is. Like, if you get in here, it doesn't always stop where it needs to be. I just kind of push that forward. So like it'll stop right there, and pushing the button doesn't always get the car in the way, so you gotta nudge it back, and if you go too far, it'll be on top of this block. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I was trying to figure out a good way to wire that up through the floor, and I wasn't really able to figure out the proper way, or maybe this is the proper way, but the way that this block is sitting on top with this button here, I ended up putting redstone directly underneath it with a torch to invert the signal. And that just kind of comes around over here to another torch, inverts it, and then hits this piston that's right under here. But I wasn't able to completely cover this with another block because I was cutting off that redstone circuit there, so I had to put a glass block here. I don't know if I'm really going to keep this or not. It was just something I was fooling around with. Something else that I noticed, this inside tree farm, I had started running out of wood, so I went to go cut some more. You'll see some torches back here. Let me get rid of these and show you the reason for those. So I had planted, or I chopped down all these trees, came back, I had planted all my saplings, and I went back over to start bone mealing them. But there's some items that had landed on this pad right here, because the water streams wash them all down there and they land on this pad. So water was running, but you can see it's kind of dim back here. Well, it turns out that with that glowstone with the water on top of it is too dim for saplings to stay planted. So as I came back here to start bone mealing them, they had already been uprooted. So I had to throw a couple torches back here to provide enough light for when this happens. So I don't know. I like the glowstone lighting in the floor, but I think I'm gonna have to keep an alternative lighting source. I'm not really sure what's the best method for that. Maybe I could throw some glowstone like right where that torch is in the wall or something. Maybe some up here. Yeah, I don't know. So quick fix now, just a couple of torches on the wall. It doesn't look that great, but it'll prevent that from happening. I wonder where that sapling came from. Oh, right there, it uprooted. So yeah, there's a problem with the light when the water's running and there's saplings here. Not good. Probably threw some torches back on the wall, or like I said, maybe some glowstone up here. Or maybe along here I can put glowstone. We'll have to see. Whatever seems to be the best way to do it. Let's string. Okay, so last episode we were working on the outside tree farm. Let me head out there, show you what I've done. Okay, so I expanded this out like I said, just basically mirrored what we already had. Left a 3-space gap between the two. I put dirt in the center here and lined everything with the wood planks, or the wood half slabs. I'm not sure if it's going to look best this way, or maybe reverse this and have the wood around the trees and all this be the stone half slabs. But I think for now this works okay. I also wasn't sure if I wanted to keep these double half slabs with torches in the center. I brought some glowstone with me because I haven't tried this out yet. I wanted to see what this looked like. Maybe doing that instead? I don't know. Let's put a couple here and see how that looks. And these, if I do replace these glowstone and leave them like that, I'm going to replace all these as well. So let me know what you think about that. I don't know, I don't think it looks too bad. It kind of matches with these dirt blocks kind of halfway sticking up like that. And the reason why I have these sticking out like that instead of being inset half a block is because when the saplings fall and they land in there, it's just kind of a pain having to go up and down and trying to see which one has saplings in it, which one doesn't. And so I figured it'd be better to have everything sticking out a little bit than be concaved. And I also went around and I lowered the surrounding dirt area around it. And I don't know what kind of a fence I want to put around this, or what kind of a border or anything like that. I'm just opening up the space just so I could get some ideas. Maybe like a double fence all the way around, triple fence. I don't know. I don't think I want to do like glass. It's already got a lot of glass happening over there. I think more of like an earthy wood look, something. We'll see. I'm thinking those fences probably will look the best though. Kind of like a little corral or something around it. Okay, so for today, there's actually a project I wanted to work on that we've been working on for quite a few episodes now. I want to finish up the slime farm, and we are just about there. Now, I think in the last episode I mentioned that I was going to start branch mining out level floor of the farm. Well, after I cleared out the area above the slime farm, there really wasn't that many minerals in there. I didn't find any diamond at all. I found probably 10 or 15 pieces of gold, maybe 25 iron, but no diamond at all. So yeah, the top part of the farm down here, where I'm standing right here, is level 17, and that's supposed to be the highest level that diamonds can possibly spawn. So if I'm mining out, 2 blocks like that, and diamond can only spawn in this one, I mean, it's not a very good chance that I'm actually going to run into diamonds. It's probably not worth my time actually branch mining out this section here. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is keeping this tunnel like I have over here, expanding it a little bit further, and then drilling down to like floor 3 or 2 or something like that, and continuing the branch out that way if I do decide to keep branch mining under this base. So as you can see, there's holes in the floor here. What I did is I went down to the main spawning floor, went above each piece of glowstone, pillared myself up, and when I reached the roof I just dug out a hole. That's what each one of these holes are, directly above the glowstone down below. And this is where I'm going to have each of the water streams coming out. So there's quite a few holes here to dump water through. It's probably more excessive than what we actually need, but I think it'll probably, look the best instead of just having random water streams just going whenever just to cover it. I'd rather have more unified and consistent look for it. So yeah, there's a lot of holes to be filled. And what I want to do is have a piston set up so when it's in the off position, this hole right here is filled with a piece of smooth stone like this, so it just looks like a smooth ceiling. But when it's in the on position, that block moves up, comes over one, and it lets water drain through this hole. So we'll probably have, I don't know, something like this. Water will be right here. I got a slime friend down there. Yeah, so water will be right here. It'll be coming out when that piston is removed. And when the piston's in the or when the water's in the on state, the piston and the other block will be like right over here. And I'm gonna have to do that for each and every one of these. It's gonna be a lot of pistons, it's gonna be a lot of redstone. It's gonna be a lot of fun, I think. I haven't done any major piston work since the pistons came out. I just had a couple of water gates is what I'm trying to say. And let's head down to the slime farm all the way down here. Let's let that guy hop into the water. Come on. There we go. And I tried my hand at a little bit of pixel art. Made a little slime up on the wall. I don't know, I think it looks kind of cool. I'm going to use too dark of a green though. It looks a little weird. I might change that out for like a lime green instead of the straight cactus green. But yeah, first time I've ever actually done pixel art, so I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, so I'm gonna get some stuff together. Probably head out or head upstairs and do like a test for one of these things, because I don't really know exactly how I'm gonna have these set up. I mean, I think it's probably gonna be pretty much like I have the little trap in front of the front door outside, except instead of 3 in a row, it's just gonna be 1. But just want to set up a little test area so I have like a model to go by. So I'll be back in a minute, get some stuff together, and start testing. Okay, So I think I just realized there's going to be one flaw in the whole water system that I'm going to be doing down there, and that's placing the sticky piston that's going to push or retract the stone, the smooth stone, into the ceiling. In order to place that, I'm probably going to have to be underneath, like where those torches are in the ceiling. So I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do that from the top. I might have to pillar myself up every single one of those to place the sticky piston. That'll be fun. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let's get some stuff in the inventory. Okay, so that's gonna be... Oh, why did I do that? We have the block there. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of a pain because I'm gonna have to be like this. Block there, block there. So it's going to be something like that. That's going to be the hole in the ceiling, so this will be covered up. That won't be there. So when this gets power, it pushes that block in, and when it loses power, it retracts. Then I'm going to need 2 sticky pistons like that. Oh, no, actually, I did that wrong. The 2 sticky pistons are going to have to be over here. So when they get power, they'll be attached to this, and when they lose power, this whole thing will slide over. So this is going to need a block here, repeater. Actually, I don't even know if it needs a repeater. I think we can just do redstone. Yep, that's all we need. Okay, so that's where we want that. Now this one, when this is in place, it's going to need redstone coming over here. I don't know. Yeah, that's not what we want. Maybe I could stick a repeater like that. I don't know if that's going to mess anything up. Okay, so this is not what we want. We do need it like this. Nope. Like that. This actually needs to come back and be attached directly to this source, right, like that. Okay, so when this power source is removed, this piston right here will immediately retract, the block will be up, and then one tick later, this will lose power and retract, so it should be an up and out motion, and then when we give it power, this one will push forward, and then when this piston meets this redstone, it'll push down, so this will be the exact motion we want. I think... I might have to give this one more tick of delay. Yeah, looks like that's just retracting too fast. There we go. Okay, I cleaned up all that extra redstone that we didn't need. So this is all we got now. Just the redstone comes over here. Redstone goes to this repeater up here. Same exact motion, but now it's easier to see. Okay, so this is what we're going to be using, and then we'll have set up like this with water. So when that's retracted, water is going to flow down. When that's powered, it'll be still water. Retracted, the water flows again. Okay, so this is pretty much the design I'm going to be using up there. I'm just going to have to repeat this like 30 times, or I'm not sure how many spaces there are, but need to make a lot more sticky pistons. It's going to be 3 per, and no, I didn't bring all the sticky pistons I have. I think I only had like 20 or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna get some stuff together, start working on this upstairs, and meet you back in a little bit. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is just placing a dirt block in the ceiling above these holes so I can pillar up from underneath and place the sticky piston. I tried various different things. There's only one block space below me and then the drop all the way down to the spawn floor. So even sneaking, I can't really get this piston to face the way I want it. So I'm gonna have to do it from underneath, which kind of sucks. But it'll be done soon enough. No big deal. So just get all these laid. And come back in a little bit. Nope, that's the wrong spot. Well, one good thing about placing that dirt up top and in front of each one of these holes in preparation for the sticky pistons that I'm placing up there, I got a good idea of how many holes there actually are. This was a full stack of dirt before I started placing the dirt blocks up there. So you can see I got 19 left, so there's 45 pistons, or 45 water holes, which means 3 pistons each. So it's like about 100 and... yeah, I think it's 135. Just laying out all the sticky pistons. Laid out a main line here. It's a little on-off switch. Redstone all the way down. And then I put a repeater at each one of these intersections just to make sure the signal goes all the way down. I know we don't really need one at the start of all these lines, but I figured I'd try and keep them all relatively the same. Try and introduce as few lag as possible. So each one of these lines, when they go off, they all go off at the same time. Repeaters here are going to make everything past this side take a tick longer, but not that big of a deal really. Still need a wire up down this way. Yeah, so just laying down these sticky pistons, getting ready to do this section first. And I'm thinking might have to make a slight change to the design that I was originally going to do. I think over here there's just not going to be enough space with the redstone. So what I might end up doing is putting the water like right there. So like... the water will be sitting inside there for these around this area, just so there's enough room. If I have it on the floor right there, I can't keep a block right here, it will be in the way of the redstone. So yeah, just a slight little modification for that. But other than those, I think... yeah, it might have to be like that actually in all of these just for space. Well, no, I guess just along this row right here where the redstone runs. These other ones I can just leave the source block right there and just kind of go around it. Not a problem. Okay, well I'm going to finish up laying these down and get going on this. A lot of stuff going on, and I haven't even started down these 2 chunks yet. Almost done on these 3. I want to do this last row with you way down here and show you what I'm doing. This is wired up a little bit strangely. I have to have the water off the ground like I said earlier because the main power line's running underneath it. Okay, so what we're doing here is these 2 pistons here take a repeater on the second delay, just like this, putting a place here for the water to go, and placing a piece of smooth stone that this is going to replace when it's in the closed position. This just needs a little bit of redstone over here. Then I'll need some redstone to power. So continue the line down. This needs the water stop. Redstone. Needs the block. You can throw some water in there and here. And just need some power to connect it. Okay, you can see these pistons have pushed down that block, so this is all in the closed position. And when this loses power, they all open up, the water flows down. Actually, this one's missing its block. There we go. So yep, the water flows down. Let's replace this and close them up. Let me just come over through the main switch real quick to open all these up and head downstairs, show you what it's looking like right now. Quite a bit of lag when the water's coming down. Oh yeah, that looks great. Almost everything is covered over here. Let's take a peek. I know there were some spots over here in the corner before that looked like we're not getting water. Man, it's kind of hard to navigate through here. Yeah, this right here. This is almost what we want, but I'm going to have to put some signs. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think I'm going to have to put 2 signs out this way and then 2 signs out this way, and that should cover this entire block. Same thing over in this corner as well. Oh, actually, we got a problem. Okay, good thing I took a look at that. I have to go up there and figure out what that is, but yep, this is what this is going to be like. Just need to finish up these last 2 chunks over here, and we'll have a fully completed off switch for the slime farm. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, you guys. So I got this all laid out, everything hooked up, and I realized those monstrosities that I had originally had here, where I had the water too off the ground and then all sorts of stuff happening, I realized that I was really doing that wrong. Basically, I forgot that you could just run wire like this up and over this block and around, so what I was trying to do is run it under and then have the water suspended over the redstone wire, which was just really silly. I don't know why I forgot that you could just do it like this, but this compacts it down a lot. So yeah, I think this is pretty well set up. I haven't really tested this yet. Since I connected everything, I don't know how all the water is going to look. Let's check it out. Ooh, this is laggy. Oh, jeez. Okay, guys. Got this taken care of here. What I ended up doing was the water comes down right here. So 3 signs out this way, 3 signs on either side, then 2 sides, then 1 sign. And the same thing on this corner. So what that ends up doing is completing the entire diamond shape. And water goes exactly where we want it to. It's 15 signs here, 15 there, so 30 per corner. I had to do it there, here, this corner down there, this corner down here, and that corner there and there. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 30. It's a lot of signs. I ran out of wood. I had to go and use my tree farm a bit. Used all the birch wood that I chopped down, all the pine wood that I chopped down. So all the wood I have now is just this. I gotta do some wood harvesting here pretty soon. Let's flip this thing on, take a look at it. You can see the water's covering up the corners real nicely. It's gonna trap slimes. They're probably gonna end up drowning right there, I think. Maybe not. Maybe he's just gonna chill out there for forever. But when we turn this thing on, there's probably gonna be no slimes down here anyway, so it's not gonna be a big deal. You can see the diamond shape better over here how it's looking. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure all the slimes are out of here before I turn that on. Okay. This thing's pretty cool. That's like, I think, the largest redstone project I've ever had to work on. It's kind of interesting learning how to do that. I don't think I showed it yet, or specifically talked about it, but I did finish up the one block around the edges here of the cobblestone. Cleaned up everything else, so everything is all nice looking. I did notice that there are slimes that are dying back here in the corner. I'm not really sure if there's anything I really want to do to fix that. It's not really a big deal. I'm not hurting on slime balls. I have, I don't even know, like 300 or something slime balls now. It's pretty ridiculous. So I think this pretty much completes the entire slime farm. I think there's something wrong with this slime. I think it might need another row of wool at the bottom or something. It just kind of looks a little off. I can't really place what's wrong. I'm not sure if it's the dark color green or if it is missing like a row. Looks kind of cool though. Well, I think at this point I'm gonna go ahead and update the world download. I mean, this is quite a lot of stuff that I've done here. I think it's time for you guys to come check it out if you want. Actually, one last thing I want to talk about before I end this episode. I've had a few requests for me to try out the Ether mod. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I've looked it up on like a couple different websites like translate.google.com and dictionary.com for the pronunciation, and they pronounce it ether. So yeah, basically what I want to know is if anybody is interested in me actually checking out the ether mod. If I do that, I'm going to have to put this Let's Play on hold, start probably a new world specifically for that mod, and play, I'm thinking probably until the adventure update 1.8, whenever that comes out. So, just throwing that out there. If you guys want me to start doing that, then I will do that and put this on hold. Otherwise, I'll just continue with this world and keep improving on it. Okay guys, that's gonna do it for today. Thanks for watching. See ya next time.